Hey, this is Matt. Once again, welcome back to another video. And this is a paid request for Shawn. Thank you so much for that. For those interested, requests in any type of videos, whether it be a topic, tier list, ranking, review, re-review, thought streams, commentaries, video game playthrough for an hour or full playthrough, whatever the case may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal. I do have a CashApp as well. Links are down below in the info box. I'll get to as soon as I possibly can. Thank you for that, and Shawn, thank you for your kindness. You've been very generous throughout the years, actually. So thank you, Shawn. If you watch it, hopefully you are. But I'm paused at the beginning, and let's get right into it. Like I said, PayPal, Cash App, any links, any requests, anything, feel free. I'll get to it as soon as I can. Links are down below. I don't want to repeat myself, but anyway. The Wraith. Let's pause at the beginning. 3, 2, 1. Pressing. Actually, make sure that I want to make sure everything is plugged in. And make sure everything is working. I should have done that before. But, okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Pressing play. Alright. So, 6 seconds, 7 seconds, 8 seconds. We have the Lionsgate logo. Because when it came to Blu-ray and stuff, they got the rights to it. I don't know if they have the rights to it now. Wasn't like Vestron one of the releases, I think? I can't remember. Because I don't have this film on Blu-ray. This is one of those films that I don't mind the film. I think it's okay, but I don't love it. But I mean, I think there's a charm to it. Mike Marvin directed it. I think I like the way this title comes up. I like the way the Wraith title looks, all made of steel. And before I get to the director, I do not mind this opening. There's definitely a lot of effects being utilized. Like here with the cat tie. I don't know if those are models. And then this animation here. Which, of course, nowadays it would be done CGI. But I actually like this done with animation. It gives it an otherworldly feel with its movements. I always thought this was a cool way to open. And the way that sign melts, done with animation. I mean, you could tell it's animated, but I don't know, it has a bit of a charm to it. I think that times they should go back to that instead of just doing everything CGI. Try a bit of animation with lightning or stuff like this, because it has a little bit of different look and feel to it. And of course, you have the true star of the movie, the Turbo Interceptor. I mean, the way it's like a car commercial with like the fade outs and seeing all the different curves. It's like a bit of a Toyota, or in this case, Chrysler. We had the Dodge Turbo Interceptor. It was like a pace car for Chrysler Corporation. I think they had 6 for this. 2 were like stunt cars. 4 that got destroyed. They had like the real one for close-ups. I like this song. I don't mind this song. This might be my favorite song on the soundtrack. I just made sense being at the beginning, at the end of the film. But there's a lot of... The soundtrack is definitely a big star in the film. Because yeah, Ozzy Osbourne on the soundtrack. You got the song Addicted to Love by Robert Palmer. Rebel Yell, Billy Idol. You got a song by Stan Bush. You got a song by Bonnie Tyler. But I guarantee you, if people talk about this film, one of the fond memories they have is the soundtrack. And the look of the car. I mean, those are really the 2 main stars of the film. Because, I mean, the plot... I would say the plot was done better in The Crow, Brandon Lee's film. But, I mean, I think this is better than The Crow reboot. Remake, how the fuck you want to call it. Of course, we have Nick Cassavetes here. who he would be in a couple films. He was in Face Off, I believe, but he was actually become a director. If you ever saw the film John Q, starring Denzel Washington, the guy who directed it is this villain, Packard, played by Nick Cassavetes. This guy looking down at this couple in the car, here with his hands looking through the window. The director John Q. He directed other films as well. I think Alpha Dog might have been one of them. But I know he directed John Q. I think Nick Cassavetes does a solid job as Packard. I don't really have any issues. And of course, this is the setup. I'm tweety dude. Nice mohawk. What are you drinking? Motor oil? Now this guy here with the bandana and the shirt like up to here. We'll see him like a little bit. He's got the full bandana. That's Griffin O'Neill. I think we'll see him later, so I'll talk about it later. But of course, this is set up the gang that they do this thing of stealing cars. So let's make a competition. I'll race the car. I win by cheating. I steal it. That guy there, that was, well, you know. Anyway. Griffin O'Neill, he was in the original April Fool's Day. He was the guy that you find out was the one girl's brother. That's, you find out near the end. Deborah Foreman's brother. Of course, Clint Howard. Hey, what can I say about Clint Howard? Character actor, been in a ton of stuff. Mr. Ice Cream Man. We got Ozzy Osbourne here on the soundtrack. Can't go wrong with Ozzy. I think that's the thing. For it being a cult film, that's why. People like to see cars go fast, racing. Like to see some explosions, which we get to see later on. Rockin' soundtrack. Secret Losers, a song Ozzy's singing. And like I said, I don't think this film's awful. I know there was this bit where Jay Leno, he has this thing called Jay Leno's Garage. You can find it on YouTube. Jay Leno's Garage, Charlie Sheen. If you type it up on YouTube, you can find it. It's the only time you'll hear Charlie Sheen talk about the Wraith. Because Jay Leno is a big car guy. That's his passion. So he's showing the Turbo Interceptor, and Charlie Sheen comes out of it. But you tell that Jay Leno's confused about the film, and Charlie Sheen's like, yeah, it's not one of my finest hours. You've seen the film, right? From beginning to end, and am I a car? Am I a spirit? I'm a spirit car. I come back as a car. And then he tells a story that apparently, like, this was on the way of him doing Platoon, and supposedly Oliver Stone saw the film, and then called him angrily, saying, you can't make films like this. Because it's going to get in the way of my film. Like, it's going to deter my film and make you films like this. So I just like the idea of Oliver Stone watching this film and going, are you a spirit? Are you a car? What? Although, I mean, Charlie Sheen, you've done a lot worse movies. The Shadow Conspiracy? Have you seen that? But, you know. There you go. There's Griffin O'Neill on the right there. Doing this with his... Doing this. Your lips attached to your face. But yeah, this came out in 1986, which was such a great year for movies. One of my favorite years, because that's Aliens, the Fly remake, Big Trouble in Little China. I love Cobra with Stallone. I love The Golden Child with Eddie Murphy. So many great films in 86. I think this is Stan Bush. Same Stan Bush who did The Touch from the 80s Transformers movie, among other stuff. Now, the box office, when this debuted, it debuted at number 8. And of the top 10 of that weekend, one was Crocodile Dundee. Huge hit. I think it was the biggest film worldwide of that year, that is. Not in the US, but I think in worldwide it was. An American Tail, number 2. A re-release of Song of the South at number 3. Which I've never seen Song of the South. I remember the zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. They should re-release Song of the South. Put it on Blu-ray. Firewalker, number 4. My favorite Chuck Norris film. Number 5, The Color of Money. Paul Newman. Number 6, Peggy Sue Got Married. Number 7, Soul Man. And number 8, The Wraith. So Soul Man. C. Thomas Howell and Blackface beat The Wraith. It only made $3.5 million. I don't know what the budget was, so, I mean, that could have been a profit. I don't know. But yeah, Jay Leno's Garage, Charlie Sheen Rice Shotgun with Jay. If you want to hear him talk the slimmest of the Wraith, there you go. But yeah, this film was shot in Tucson, Arizona. I mentioned Nick Cassavetes as Packard. We also have Sherilyn Fenn as the love interest here. But yeah, Sherilyn Fenn. Sherilyn Fenn was going out with Johnny Depp at the time. Sorry, I'm listening to a dialogue. But yeah, Sherilyn Fenn, Johnny Depp was going out with her at the time, and I think he was around set. Sherilyn Fenn, she would go on to be in Twin Peaks, the TV show. Definitely some nice cars in this. Like, that car is really nice. I'm trying to remember, was Sherilyn Fenn there when... Obviously, okay, the story of the film, Charlie Sheen, his character was killed by this gang, murdered. They stabbed, slashed in the back. So what happens is, he comes back as his spirit car. He's a spirit, but he could become a car. See, there's the slashes. Which is weird, like, they give him a new body, but that new body has the same stars. And what is this? What is this under Charlie Sheen? You see this here? What is that? Like, this line here. Because I'm like, is that a star? But no, I don't think he was cut at all at the front. Like, what is this? Is that... I don't know what that is. It's like a line right here. Is that like dirt or something? Or did he accidentally cut himself like before filming? Or I don't know what the hell that... I'm just so centered on this. It's like a dark line. See? Like right there. Like going there to his chin. So this other guy is Matthew Barry, who plays Billy. The brother of the character who died, who this is the just reincarnation of. I always thought it was weird though, like this is your brother and you don't even care that you're seeing him again, that you get to see, like you're so just concentrated on the girlfriend. Of course, the irony is that this guy keeps calling him bro when he doesn't know technically he really is the brother. But Dan's like, he gives no 2 ways, 2 cents. Like, if it was one of those where he walked by, hey, can I sit here? Sure. And Charlie Sheen introduced himself. So there's a reason why Charlie Sheen gravitated towards him to sit next to him. Oh, that's the reason, because that's his brother. He wants to be near his brother, and because he hasn't seen his brother since he died. But Now this kind of reminds you of. Okay, so I guess that's the deal, is that they covered her face. Since they covered her face, she doesn't know who killed. But then she saw like a couple of them come in, and you think she noticed, oh, well, those are with his gang. But I guess the idea is that the character is fucking her, and then what's going on, then they cover her face. I guess that's the idea. She didn't see the attackers. But yeah, the fact that Charlie Sheen's character never wants to gravitate towards his brother, like, yeah, like, he is your brother. I know you want to sit around the poontang, the pussy, but it's like, make some time for your brother as well. I love that earring with the sword. Just a unique earring there. Never seen an earring like that with the sword. Basically, like the sword's impaled his ear. But yeah, stuff like this that helps his cult. You know, some stuff that gives a bit of personality. I think one of my issues with the film, which we'll get into, is that the action scenes, they just get a bit repetitive because it's a car bit and then run into explosion, car bit, run into explosion, car bit, run into explosion, rinse and repeat. It's like literally the same thing over and over again. It's like, well, you got a shotgun. I understand it's not an R-rated, bloody movie, but do something a bit different. Get a bit more creative. Even if you want to just use the car, like, be more creative with the car. Not just run, explode, run, explode, run, explode. And it makes you wonder why he didn't do this sooner. I mean, if he could just run and his car into and explode, like, just go to the garage where they're all at, run it, make them all explode, and boom, the movie would be 5 fucking minutes long. Just another thing, the Wraith, I don't think is ever in danger, from what I remember. I don't remember him ever being in danger. I could be wrong, because it's been a while since I've seen this. Like, and, that flashback reminds me of what they did in The Crow, the Brendan Lee film, which tried to be a bit more flashy in the flashback of the death of this person. But, in that one, it was the death of both of them. But yeah, I would say, like, The Crow is the better version of the Wraith. That's the thing, is, if I'm in the mood of the Wraith, I'd just rather watch The Crow. Up here, addicted to love. Which this might have been why it took a while for it to get on, was it DVD or Blu-ray, how you want. I forget if there's one or the other that took forever to get onto there because of the soundtrack. I know I've never been to a place where people. I mean, I know it's a thing. I know it's a lot of places have done it, but I've never been to a place where they wear roller skates to bring out the food. There's always stuff I saw in movies, and I know it's been done in real life, but I just never saw it personally. I'd be like, fuck that. Like, what if they trip and spill my food? I don't care about you roasting around. And does it really get that much faster? Because you're trying to move and navigate throughout the crowd. Does it really make things a bit faster? You roasting your ass over here to bring my food? Yeah, you're hurrying. He starts the car, then he goes like 0.8 miles per hour. I mean, back in the day when guys wore shirts that went up to over their belly button, like Griffin O'Neill, they really understood that fashion sense. Have a shirt that I mean, I guess if you got good abs, you want to show up your abs. I guess that's the way to do it. And this guy, like with the varsity jacket, like in the back, seems like a different type of clothes compared to the other guys. You don't cry, Griffin O'Neill. Don't cry. Ah, here we go. The Turbo Interceptor. It's a cool looking car, I gotta admit. I think it's a very cool looking car. Just looks so damn sleek. Ooh, using big words now. Can't use those words today in a movie. And I'm like, but it's a bad guy saying it. He's a villain. Yeah, but the villains, they can't talk mean too. I'm like, but they're villains. It's okay for them to kill and murder and steal, but they can't use bad words. And it's the word that rhymes with maggot. I'm like, they're villains. I think villains, if they are a villain, they just say whatever they want because they're a villain. Those are bad people, and they say bad things. I know, a shocker, right? Ah, the irony that the guy that was ready to threaten his brother is the guy going to kill first. And Clint Howard is one of the few people that live in this game. You know what you're messing with. Yeah, I mean, idea. I mean, why does he come back as a spirit car? I don't know. I mean, if it was one of those where he died in the car, like maybe this is a car he had or a similar car, and he died where maybe this race happens and they force the car off and it explodes, and so because he died within the car, that kind of meshes together. When he comes back, he's going now to kill with the car because he died via car. I mean, it's like something like that, maybe. And so it's like an enhanced version of his previous car. I mean, I get it. It's all fantasy. To put logic into it is stupid, I know. But I mean, I guess God's like, you know what? Wraith, which is like a ghost, a spirit, They just like cars, I guess. Just they're from the future. I don't know. Those are cool shots. The POV, just how the showcase the speed. I mean, I gotta say that the car stuff at least is nicely done. Really does showcase the speed that these characters are going, especially this car. I'm trying to think, doesn't Wraith kind of go to the, either uses itself as a blockade and it runs into him, blows up or something? It always like ends on an explosion. Which, I mean, I'm not going to complain. I love explosions. But yeah, a little bit of variety would be nice. There you go. Goodbye, guy. Like that, okay, like I don't mind that way of doing it. But the fact that every other, especially even the end is still the same with the car, boom, explode. It's like even with the main villain, like it's a little bit. So that's the thing. He's like a spirit, but he's also a car. I mean, I've never met any Wraiths, so maybe this is their MO usually. We don't know. You ever met a Wraith? I've never met a Wraith. Maybe they all have cars. It's like Transformers. It's more than BCI. They all have different cars. Who knows? And then we have Randy Quaid playing the sheriff here. Which, I mean, he doesn't have a whole lot to do in the movie. He's kind of just lagging behind. Just at the end, it's like it's nice that he's in it, but he doesn't really have a whole lot to do in terms of like he doesn't take down any of the gangs. He doesn't arrest really much of anybody. Doesn't get his hands dirty. Doesn't get into the fight. Doesn't help out the Wraith. Yeah, the ambulance is like, don't need to be in a rush, guy. I'd say the Wraith, I mean, I guess he's dead, so you don't have to worry about the damn heat wearing all that fucking shit on. You have the right to shut the fuck up. Of course, Randy Quaid, I mean, what more can be said? He was in Independence Day, Kingpin, National Lampoon's Vacation, and Christmas Vacation. And that too, like, I don't understand why he's not burned. I don't understand why his eyes are taken. What that has to do with anything. I mean, does the Wraith take eyes? Is it just the eyes are the soul? So I guess is he taking for his collection? Is he going to wear a necklace like Dolph Lundgren wore a necklace of ears? Ears a soldier will come out the Wraith has a necklace of eyeballs. He has a collection in his car, a jar of eyes. I mean, why is he not burned? But yeah, I'm sorry. Again, if you're wondering why I'm pausing, I'm listening to some of the dialogue. But yeah, I don't know why his body is like that. I don't think they ever explain. It's supernatural, so that's that's it. I mean, but again, why is he not burned? Why is his eyeballs taken? Why would the Wraith even need that shit? And what was that? Like that disappeared. It was like part of the car. So it really is like part car, part man, all spirit or something. I don't know. Spirit cop, Wraith cop, ghost cop. I don't know. But yeah, Clint Howard definitely a character actor from a long time. I remember when he was on an episode of the original Star Trek. I don't know why this girl's so upset with all this guy dying. He's a prick. He was a prick and a piece of shit. Really ready to. What the hell was likable about him? Is this girl like stupid or something? Not realizing what the fuck's going on with this group? Oh my god, Jeffrey Dahmer died. I wasn't like that back in the day when he died. I'm like, good. Fuck him. Please stick that knife up your ass. Got that tube. Interesting, there's no blood on the knife itself. You think at least it'd be a little bit stuck on the knife, but no. See, you know he's psycho because he cuts himself in that way. Yeah, a little bit of something right here. Wipe that off. Idea, what's stopping the Wraith from blowing this stuff up right now? Everybody's here. All the bad guys are here. Just go. What's stopping the Wraith from doing that? The POV, was it Jason Voorhees? POV? I haven't seen this film forever, so I don't remember all the details of what happens step by step. It's a nice looking garage, though. I gotta say, like the outside is broken down piece of shit barn, but the inside looks pretty sleek. So yeah, the Wraith comes. I mean, he comes in with a shotgun, looking like BMX Bandit. Like a reject to RoboCop. All those are before RoboCop. Well, the Nail Gun Massacre got a shotgun. If you look very closely, you see Charlie Shane's eyes and see more of the flashback here. Well, I mean, there you go. His body was put into a car and put down the hill, so maybe that's where the car thing comes into play. His body put into a car and rolled down the hill. But like right here, why did he just shoot anybody and everybody? Just shoot them all. He could shoot them all and his job would be done. Why does he? I don't like the look though of all the fucking wires hanging off him. Or the why is all this shit on him? I don't know why. It's like ugly accessories. I don't even get what the point of this is. He's not even scared. So what's the point of it? It scares the others, sure, but okay. I guess he's a wraith. He wants to fuck with them before he kills them. Terrorize them a bit. Piss them off. I guess that's the thing. If you're an indestructible wraith, I guess you'd want to torture them a bit as well. And a way of doing it is fuck up their car business. Their illegal business. Now it's funny if you watch the trailer, they have that same scene, but instead of pissed, he goes ticked off. Because apparently in a trailer you can't use the word pissed for pissed off. Which is strange because other trailers use other words of that nature, but for some reason the trailer for this, it was weird. It ticked off. You could tell it was dubbed too. So obviously in the film it's not, but in the trailer they dub them. We were ticked off. But yeah, I guess it's just the Wraith just wanting to have fun before he finishes his business, I guess. But yeah, the Wraith, the look of it, I hate all the shit that's on. It just, I think, looks goofy. I guess supposed to be like pieces of a car, maybe. So again, he's parked car, whatever the fuck. I don't know. Definitely a strange choice. Okay to fly my ass. I wouldn't trust this guy with a Lego set. Constipational rights. There was a kill out there before. You know, the guy who killed, you know, Charlie Sheen's character before. You didn't catch that killer. So much for doing your job then. Drinking hydraulic fluid. I gotta say, it does make me hungry for a burger, though. It really makes me hungry for a burger. That's what I don't blame him. I don't like pickles either. I'm one of those guys that likes it plain burger, plain this, plain that. Just give it to me plain. If I want cheeseburger, I just want plain cheeseburger. This has made me hungry. I mean, I need to get to Burger King sometime. I haven't been to Burger King in forever. Because usually I go for McDonald's because I like their French fries. I love their chicken nuggets and the chicken sandwiches. But the cheeseburgers are fine for what they are. But I think the burgers at Burger King I think taste better. And there's a coupon like you get 6 burgers and 3 fries for like less than $20, and then I just save that for like 2 days. That's like meals for 2 days. I mean, I guess again for another reason for a cult following, just these characters, just how eccentric they are. You know, I did either drinking hydraulic oil, hydraulic fluid, or this other stuff. Yeah. Oh, it's like, thanks, cop. Now I gotta clean all that shit. Thank you, dick. That's why I'm like, just don't have a trade to begin with. Just that's why the bag is worth it. I don't even know why you want to eat in your car. Life is a necessity, that's fine, but I'd rather just go home and eat it there, comfy in my own home, not fucking eat in a car. I mean, I guess with him is like it's a steakhouse, it makes sense. But then don't have the fucking tray. Just have it in your lap. Having your lap that'd be much quicker and faster, and you don't have to worry about a damn tray attached to your damn window. So it's your time to die? Gotcha. You know it's bad when an engine's like glowing red. The Wraith's like, it don't matter. Put that shit in there. It's not going to do a damn thing to me. You don't just lose your car, you lose your life, too. You should say that. I think this is pretty much going to end the same way. And that's the thing with the film that I was talking about, where it's just not a film that I just rewatch a lot. Because, yeah, the car scenes can be fun. But, I mean, your lead character. But if you think about it, the lead character hasn't been featured a whole lot. I mean, he came in on the motorcycle. He's had a couple scenes with. He's had one scene which we find out was with his brother. And it's not even like any warmth to it. Like, he doesn't give a shit about seeing his brother again after being dead for however long. A few scenes with the girl, but that's it. I mean, yeah, Charlie Sheen probably didn't have to shoot a whole lot for this movie. Because, like, time-wise, he's not in it a whole lot. Obviously, he doesn't need it because the Wraith is all in costume, and that's a different actor. Racing it, that's a different actor. It's mostly the bad guys, what the bad guys are doing, or Randy Quaid, or this stuff. Like, Charlie Sheen is such a minuscule part of the movie that it's kind of weird, having a film where your lead is such a minuscule part. I mean, technically he is with this stuff, he's in it, but I mean, just the actor, I mean. Like, the biggest. I mean, at this time, Charlie Sheen wasn't a huge actor. I mean, at this time, he had been in Red Dawn, great movie. That bit part in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Like, literally, it's the same fucking thing. Swerve, he runs into it, explosion. It's the same fucking thing. The same thing happened. So I guess maybe this stuff is him collecting these pieces of car, kind of like how the bad guys collect cars, and he's collecting pieces of the car, like a trophy or something. Maybe that's the way it is. I guess. I don't know. I guess you could say it leaves room for interpretation. I don't know. But yeah, Charlie Sheen, he had been that bit part in Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Red Dawn and a few others. This is before he really got up the popularity route with Platoon came out the same year. Then you had Wall Street. And then he did a series of films from Men at Work to The Rookie to The Arrival to he was in Young Guns. So it was like this movie, then Wall Street, then Young Guns. I'm on a few other films. And I do like a lot of his filmography. Like, if I look up... Actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to look up Charlie Sheen's filmography. And, of course, later on, he lost his mind. Drugs. I Got Tiger Blood. Winning. Epic Winning. Are you bipolar? I'm by winning. Win here, win there, win everywhere. And then you find out that apparently he had, what was it, HIV or STD, something. And because he slept with a lot of women but didn't tell them, he actually spread it to a lot of people. We get a little bit of animation here. Goodbye. Hey, that's cheating. Is that a fair chase? You cheated. Kind of makes you wonder why you didn't just do it in the first place. Like, who cares if they know you're a Wraith or not? Plus, they were able to see it anyway. Yeah, HIV positive in November 2015. I guess he knew 4 years or so prior to that. Yeah, but did you tell anybody in those 4 years? Or now they got it too? I mean, yes, I know there's stuff you could take to keep it at bay and stuff, so it's not like how you can have HIV and not have AIDS, and I know there's a lot to it, but still, man. So, yeah, you had Grizzly 2, which was finally completed in 2020. That was a film that was being made and didn't get the finances to finish the film. But it's hard to say it's a finished product, but there you go. There's Red Dawn, which I mentioned. So here's one of the big scenes for Charlie. The Boys Next Door, Lucas, Platoon. Then after this, it was Wall Street, Eight Men Out, Young Guns, Major League, which was a big hit, Men at Work, Navy SEALs, The Rookie, Hot Shots 1 and 2, Three Musketeers, Terminal Velocity. Like a lot of those I mentioned, I liked. I like Young Guns quite a bit. I like Major League. Cadence is, I think, a good one. Men at Work is fun. The Rookie is solid. Loaded Weapon 1 is fun. He had a cameo in that. Hot Shots Part 2 I liked even more than the first. Three Musketeers is an entertaining Disney film. Terminal Velocity is fun. The Chase. The Arrival. Money Talks. Postmortem, I saw it once, but man, I don't remember much about it. But I mean, this is not the worst film he's been in. I mean, he was in Steer Movie 5 and Machete Kills as cameos. I never saw it, but he was in a 9/11 movie where they were stuck in an elevator. Steer Movie 4 he was in. Steer Movie 3, I'd rather watch this than Steer Movie 3. No Code of Conduct. Shadow Conspiracy. Major League 2, I think, is worse than this. Dumbasses. Gutter Boy. I forgot how much screen time these two guys had. These two characters. At time, these two guys seem like they have as much more screen time than Charlie Sheen, honestly. Speaking of which, there he is. Tell him, must have been easy for him to memorize the dialogue in this, because he barely has any. Like, to be fair, like, this must have been one of the easiest films for Charlie Sheen to do. Okay, I get to sunbathe face down in one scene. I get to coast along water, chat with a girl in one scene. I get to kiss a girl in one scene. The motorcycle bit where, you know, they have the vehicle and they drag you around and you do this in one scene. To barely have any dialogue. I mean, I guess the idea maybe is the reason he doesn't kill these bad guys right away is to give a bit more time to fall in love with this girl and deal with this girl. So I'm guessing that's why he's biding his time to get to know this girl. Because he could have killed them all right off the bat. Like I mentioned, that scene with the shotgun. So I'm assuming that's why he didn't just shoot him there. Is because he wants to spend more time with her and maybe, I don't know, whatever. But then I think he gets his life back. I mean, in a way, like I think he rides up with the girl on the motorcycle at the end. So does that mean multiple people, when they get murdered, they can come back as Wraiths and do some stuff and live another life? Or just for some reason, this one Wraith, whatever the hell it is, decided to pit this guy just bored? I don't know. Damn, even his motorcycle became a part of him. Those would be the scenes I remember the most when I was a kid, is the supernatural stuff, like him kind of dissipating, him and his motorcycle. So is he part motorcycle too? See, that's the thing, like, okay, the car is part of him, so the motorcycle is part of him too? Because the motorcycle dissipated. Or can you do that with any vehicle? With any vehicle, can he just... I like the idea that he secretly... he made a specific tombstone for him. So I mean, he can just create tombstones now? Voila. Patrick Walsh, R.I.P. So he could just do anything. He could just make the gun explode. He could create a tombstone. It's just now he realizing the damn tombstone. I mean, on one hand, it's cool that you have a hero that could just do anything and all powerful, but then it kind of loses the stakes, the suspense. If they could do everything and anything, and there's never a moment where the person's in danger or in any type of turmoil or so, I don't know how to put it. It's just kind of when you have no stakes involved, you kind of just going through the motions in a way. Even the crow. Okay, if the crow is hurt or caught or damaged or something, then you become vulnerable. And like the crow, like Brandon Lee, like you see him throughout it, and he's either getting shot in the hand, going whoo hoo, you screaming and laughing about it, or do I smell gasoline? Like there's stuff in there to incorporate with the performance, with the character, so it stands out. But but yeah, Charlie Sheen is barely in this, so like I said, this is more Nick Cassavetes movie in a way. I mean, Randy Quaid, his character is pretty much useless. I mean, what does he really accomplish? He's just kind of falling behind and even these long scenes with the motorcycles probably not Charlie. Because they're far away. It's like, yeah, we'll just have the double do these motorcycle scenes until we get to this. I would be curious to know how many days Charlie Sheen shot for this film. It could not have been that many. We'll just shoot you first. The scenes with you first. Which hell, this during the day could have been shot the same time as when they were on the water earlier and he was sunbathing. Change your outfit, put that on, and then here's some rocks. Film it there. I don't know why we're being shown the. I guess whatever. I was going to ask why are we showing the flashback at the end, but I guess just to get a little bit in touch with his mindset in a way. I guess. You know, if you did this film today without Supernatural, it would just be like he got plastic surgery to change his fate. Like he survived. He either they didn't put him in the car and it went down the cliff, and or they just left him for dead. He survived or something and got plastic surgery and came back for revenge. Yeah. Okay. So the thing on his neck, that must be a star, or I guess it's supposed to be a star. It's just that it was so much darker. See, like there's this bit here where it's a lot lighter now. It looks like a star, so maybe that's supposed to be a star, but when we saw it earlier, it looked a lot darker, like dirt. Or like if you scrape your knee and you see that red streak, you scrape your elbow and it's not bleeding, but you see that red streak. That's where I don't know. I don't know. So he's, once again, the body was not burned and eye sockets out. So I guess maybe that's the thing. Maybe the Wraith made a bargain. I, you could kill. I'll bring you back to life. You'll have a new face, but I want souls. So maybe this is like a way of the Wraith spirit getting souls. So before they get burned up and stuff, it gets their souls, and by getting their souls, gets it through their eyes. I mean, none of this is in the movie. I'm just trying to make up a legend of its own for this. So I'm still watching, but bear with me. Let's say Charlie Sheen's character dies, and this Wraith is his spirit who loves souls for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I like this bit with the paper dolls. See, little stuff like that, it makes it a bit of a fun little charm, personality to the flick. But imagine there's Wraith the spirit makes a deal. I'll bring you back, but if I bring you back, I want some souls. Okay, well, I want revenge. Okay, well, get all this power. Then, before they die, I will take their souls through their eyes, because I see the windows. The eyes are the windows to the soul. So by the sucking of that whole thing, it makes them not burn for whatever reason, because supernatural. And so by the time it's done, the agreement is finished, and go their separate ways, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I can only assume, because again, none of that's in the fucking movie. None of that's in the film. Here's Billy Idol with a rebel yell. Damn, good soundtrack. I think this is around the time where this place don't get blown up. It's when Clint Howard leaves, because he doesn't get killed. An evil spirit and it ain't cool. Well, when is an evil spirit cool? But I just tell him, like, sometimes evil spirits are cool, but this time it ain't cool. Well, I mean, Clint Howard is the smartest guy in the movie, I gotta say. He realized what was going on, he left, and because of it, he survived. I guess because he wasn't there at the initial killing, that's why he's, in a way, spared. Yeah, it's around this time when Clint Howard. There you go. I do like the camera work here when it pans to their. Yeah, that there. When the camera goes right to their face. Great explosion. Huge explosion. But once again, it's death by explosion. And that's why the action scenes, again, become a bit kind of repetitive in a way. That you wish there was a bit more to it. You wish there was a bit more. I keep repeat creativity with it. I wonder if that was planned with the tire, or if that was like a lucky mistake, and that's why they kept it on there a bit longer. The camera. That's another bit I do remember from back in the day, is this bit between Clint Howard and Randy Quaid. I don't know why, I think just Clint Howard's performance. Here's Randy Quaid coming in to do nothing yet again. I say he is a pretty useless character. And I like Randy Quaid. I know he's gone off the deep end in recent years. He's like off the grid and thinks the government's after him and stuff. But which is too bad. Because I did like him as an actor. You did warn them. Bad feelings don't add up to resurrection. I don't. I don't know why. It's just for some reason that scene with Clint Howard I do like. I think because in a weird way he's kind of like the most really like fully developed character. Where it just that one speech of I didn't know there was a kid in the car. I didn't know what was happening until he went missing. I was too scared to say anything because I thought he would kill me. He don't even like me. He hates me. And that sense of regret and that sense of exasperation and again, like he has like the most character development in the movie. Now, how come like okay, Randy Quaid is asking these questions about what happened to her. Weren't you the sheriff at that time, or when did you become sheriff? Would you not know this information already, or do you not investigate the death, the missing person of this kid? That's the thing. Like, was he not sheriff when Charlie Sheen's character went missing? If not, then how come he didn't investigate into it, and how come he didn't investigate this lady showing up with a Navajo blanket? Like, he didn't like see no like, or was he hired after the fact, or what the fuck? I don't know. Not much bad guys left. Yeah, I don't know what the time span's been since when he died and all this stuff. But yes, the thing is that this guy, like Charlie Sheen's here, he's never in danger. He's never in trouble. There's no obstacles for him to overcome. Also, again, for a guy like I guess he never gave a shit about his brother because he spends zero time with his brother. Like he's back, he has a small amount of time to be here, but he never wants to talk to his brother, converse with his brother, hang out with his brother, get food with his brother, nothing at all. Even here, when his brother gets pretty much attacked, punch one, punch two, and kick three. How about another for good measure? And another. It's like, hey, Wraith, thanks for being there for your brother, man. Let him get his ass kicked. You do nothing about it. Thanks, Wraith. Thank you, man. Like, you're not there to help your brother. You're not there to see. Like, it's like, he'll be, see, idiot, he'll be on the nick of time to help his, the girlfriend, but not to help his brother. So, yeah. I know I said before, well, oh yeah, the guy, but I think that was just more coincidence. This is more on purpose of, oh well, the first guy he kills is Griffin O'Neill, which is, but I think that was more coincidence. I don't think, anyway. He doesn't give a shit about his brother for some reason. Even this, like, there's no. It's just, again, the same thing. It's just the racing and. Oh, is he going to make it? I mean, yeah, of course, in a movie, you more than likely know that's going to happen. But it's the drama of the story, man. And then this is like this is now the third scene. It's almost the same scene. It's a car. Not even like they bash back and forth, or the crane back and forth, taking hits. Maybe we'll see a little bit of that, I would think. No, I mean, they're not quite touching. You think at least, something. Then you have a shotgun that, you know, is used for one scene and then never seen again. Here's more of the useless cops. Again, there's ever a sense of danger. There's ever a sense of, again, the drama. And I think in this one, he drives towards him this time and not just, oh, a rainbow in the bat. That's nice. I think that might be the bit where this time it drives towards him, I think. At least see a little bit here with the multiple cars falling off this truck. At least that's something a little bit added to the action front. At least it's not badly done or anything. I don't want to make it out there. It's not badly, like, this isn't badly executed. That's why I don't think it's an awful film. I don't think it's a terrible film. It's just not a film I rewatch a whole lot. But I mean, I didn't have a bad time. I mean, we're got 10 minutes left, and that includes the end credits, so we're pretty much near the end. Yeah, it's gonna be this time. It's gonna be kamikaze. So I this is a little difference. It's not just on the side, just. So this is a little bit difference. But I mean, we know who's. It's not like we don't know who's going to win. He's blown up before, and he comes back before, and we damn well know this guy has no chance. It's not even that. It's literally the. He sees it's a guy, but it's really a car, and then boom. There goes Packard. Sorry, guy. Now, she wears that t-shirt well. Big taste burgers. I'm hungry. Hungry for buff burgers. No cheese on that, though. Need some... Damn, almost like a fire tornado there. So yeah, I guess that's like a trophy he takes from them. Makes me wonder what trophies he took from stains in them. Like the others, not burnt up, and I'm sure no eyeballs. Yeah. I'll be right back. Sorry, I had to do something real quick. I'm pausing 1:24 minutes and 30 seconds. I did 1:24:30 and unpause now. Randy Quaid is pretty much told that, I mean, he's pretty much a believer. That there's not much he can, it's all done, it's all over, and there's nothing he can do, so there you go. Which is true. It's all said and done. Nothing else that could be done. Man, she takes the news pretty damn well. short trip. Where you want to take her to? Heaven? You want to take her to the afterlife? I don't know why, but this is the scene I always remember the most and being my favorite. But in the fact that, they never talked before. They were never hung out before. Except that one bit near the beginning. I think it's the music. I love the music in this. I love the score in this. I don't know why. I think it's a very sweet score. Does special things. Would it do special things for him as well? Who are you, bro? If they, that's why I wish there were more scenes of them together. I said I wish there was more scenes of those two together. Yeah. Hey, I mean, I'd be happy to get that car as well. But just his realization, I thought the actor did a good job with his realization. It just, I don't know how he gets to this conclusion. I mean, I guess with the bro part, but I do kind of like feel bad for the brothers. Like you barely did top. You didn't hang out with me. You couldn't even tell me who you are. I had to find out for myself. Even this bit here with Randy Quaid, I mean, I don't even know what the point of it is because he doesn't do anything about it. I guess just the idea is maybe he figures out and he just lets it go. I guess. I guess. The nice shot. They're going down the long, lonesome highway of Arizona. Bruce Ingram. That's too bad. Someone passed away during the making of this. Of course, they want to mention the soundtrack because that's what people want to be buying. One sec. And for what little he had to do, Charlie Sheen did fine. Nick Cassavetes, I liked. Randy Quaid, Clint Howard. Some other people like Stank. I mean, they're funny. I mean, they got personalities. The car scenes. The car looks cool. The driving sequences are competently shot. Is that the same David Ellis who would go on to direct Snakes on a Plane and Final Destination 2 and Sally passed away? Or is that someone else? Where's the Fire? That's the song to begin and end. Probably my favorite song on the soundtrack. But you see how important it is. Like, you have the cast and stuff. Then right there, the soundtrack. Like, you see how important. Like, get the soundtrack there as early as we can with the credits. To be fair, they don't even... I mean, I guess other than Guardians of the Galaxy, there's not really any other movies that try to sell a film on its soundtrack. Like, in this way. Unless it's like a musical. I'm not talking about a musical. I'm talking about, like, just some other movie. Only this were like the hits at the time. Wow, again, Guardians of the Galaxy is what do we find from the 70s or so and 80s that says music today sucks? Oh, they are Bruce Ingram, operator. Rest in peace to him. So you watch this again. This is not an awful film. It's not. But I don't love the film either. You know, it's short enough. It's an hour and 30 some minutes long. Like I said, some of the characters do have eccentric moments that make them fun. Randy Quaid is cool to see him. It's just that his character is so useless. Kind of pointless in a way. The brother character, the fact that the Wraith, Jake, whatever, Charlie Sheen, doesn't pay attention to his brother, like, doesn't ever talk, like, that just feels a bit weird to me. But then we're supposed to be this big emotional moment at the end. Like, it's in a weird way, it's the scene I always remember the most. It's my favorite scene, but at the same time, it kind of, I won't say it comes out of nowhere, but it's I don't know if it's entirely earned either. Because, like, he went up to Charlie Sheen, and then Charlie Sheen said, like, 2 words to him, and then barely paid attention, just kept staring at the girl. I'm like, I think that was that the only, seemed like that was the only time they interacted? Or one of. I mean, the action scenes, there's not a whole lot when it's there. It's kind of the rinse and repeat. But I think just how eccentric the characters, the story, is Spirit Car and all that stuff, the special effects that are nostalgic, the soundtrack that works very well. I think it's all those things combined that make it unique enough that people carry it through in their memories. And again, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I mean, I'll say here, it's a hell lot better than what the fuck that Crow reboot was. Bill Skarsgård. So I'll take the Wraith over that any day. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks once again, Shawn. Take care. Bye-bye.